Okay, Rick, this is a Scout Dorado 245. It's the smallest boat of the three that we brought today, but like you saw this morning, I was offshore and able to keep up with the other two larger boats with no issue whatsoever.
And boy, did they do a good job of maximizing space on this boat. I keep thinking they've done everything they can do to a 24-foot boat. No, they haven't, Dave. This one's got some innovations you won't see anywhere else that I really like. You know, you mentioned it being a single engine. Dave, it's got a 100-gallon fuel tank. It would be impossible to burn out that much fuel out of a 4-stroke 300 in a single day.
And really, you know, they've stuffed this boat completely full of features. Everywhere you look, there's something else. You've got an enclosed head, you got plenty of storage, you can close off this little door in the windshield and you're totally protected. The one thing I do like about the windshield, it looks kind of large, but the way they sized it, when I'm standing, I can easily see over it, but when I sit down, I can see under it. So this bar right here doesn't get in your way.
Dave, let's head up to the bow. They did some stuff with their bow seating up there.
All right, Rick, the anti-skid is really aggressive, so getting on the boat, you got really good shore footing where you're not going to slip.
Dave, you just hit on one of my favorite parts of the boat. All right, everybody likes bow seating. It's a great place to sit up here with your family and your wife or whatever, but to stand up here to gaff a fish or anchor your boat or something, I'm a little unstable standing on a cushion. I love the way they have staggered this step. It's one step from here down to here into the cockpit of the boat. Ideal scenario for your bow area.
Well, it does make it a lot easier, but then they went a step further too. This flips down and now it becomes a table. So let's say you want to have a picnic lunch, you have cup holders, then where you want all your drinks? In a built-in cooler. So once we sit down here, our drinks here, our sandwiches are here. I'm not sure we would move from this area unless maybe to fight a fish in the back.
Yeah, let's work back because I want to talk about the dual consoles because I've been a center console guy all my life. But there's some things about this dual console layout I really like.
I'm slowly becoming a convert myself. I really do like the comfort. Okay, Rick, we've got a lot of storage underneath the helm right here. But one feature I really like, if we're running in the rain, or let's say it's a winter time and it's cold, you close that wall and you shut this windshield, now you're totally protected from the elements.
You're right, Dave, and let's be honest, and we need to put this word of caution out too. As great as it is setting up front, you don't want your kids setting up front while you're running where you could encounter any kind of wave, even if it's a wake of a big boat passing you by.
Well, Rick, you know what? A boat like this, you're going to take the family out. And if you're going to bring kids or your wife on board, there's a built-in head right behind you.
Better bring the potty.
Well, there's a big one here, and you got a lot of room under there.
I was astounded, Dave, at the size of the head for a 24-foot boat.
Well, this is a boat that you could take over to the Bahamas, because you're in that size now where if you wanted to cross in the summertime, you could. There's enough room under there to store everything you would take for a week if you were going over to Bimini or West End or something like that. Check out these Helm seats on either side. They swivel, they slide, and they also become a bolster. So if you do want to stand, if you're in an area that's unfamiliar, maybe you're running shallow water, it's a comfortable place to lean if you want to get a little bit more height.
Just like a rocket launcher. It's just like laying back against a rocket launcher in a center console, Dave. I'm telling you, I like the balance of having people on each side. This is going to be your most comfortable place for your passenger, well laid out. Let me show you something about this live well. When I first looked at it, I'm thinking, not so much. But inside, the corners are all rounded. Your bait will swim in a continuous motion. It's a good place for it. It's a little further back, makes it ride a little better, and it's well shaped. They did a good job on the live well.
Well, they did. You know what? And if you're lucky enough to catch a fish, I'm standing on a really nice large fish box that you can use for either your fish or storage of drinks or even maybe dry storage. If you're diving, it's a great place to put your dive gear. So they've really thought about the fishermen and the family when they put this boat together.
I don't know who put this boat together. They spent a lot of time doing it, I can promise you that. But look what they've done here to get you access to the back of the boat.
We've done a lot of flip-up stern seats. This one's probably the easiest one that I've ever operated. And if I'm coming in from diving or from snorkeling, or let's say we pulled a water toy, because on our hardtop here, we've got a tow bit. And it's up high, so if you want to wakeboard behind this boat, if you want to pull a tube or a hydro slide or something like that, they've taken that into consideration. Your top's super strong, you have a place to attach to, but getting out of the water, couldn't be easier than that.
2 easy steps. You're back in, flip the seat back up, sit the family down, you're ready to go.
And when this flips up, now you've got a really comfortable couch that goes all the way across from port to starboard.
Dave, it's the Scout Dorado 245. It may be the smallest boat we looked at today. What a great job maximizing every square inch.
Well, it's the only boat that we brought with single horsepower, but you know what? That's all it needs. That single 300 is plenty of power to push this 24.5-foot boat. So if you want the advantages of a dual console, be able to put the whole family, but keep the size small, the Scout 245 may be your best boat.